Well, I guess we call this take 2 because it did not record a single thing that I was doing before. Anyway, here's the hitch stuff now out of the box. There's the receiver. Nice OEM unit. Relay. A bracket. Bolts. Instructions, which I have a copy already. The other part of the wiring thingy. And a controller box. All this stuff is supposed to all plug into various little places here and there. So, without further ado, we're going to start wiring things. So, we'll see in a bit. Okay. One of the first steps I have to do is take that. And what's the first thing they do? They send me way up there. Way up there, I don't know if it shows, is a bolt and a mounting point that I've got to stick up there to put that little black box in place. So, I guess I'm going to get down in there and I'm going to turn myself upside down somehow and get that up in that spot. Now, thankfully, somebody else here who's much skinnier than I am was here working on his own project, because that was how that had to get put in, because my fat ass wasn't going to get in there. But it's in place. We can now carry on. So on with wiring the rest of this thing. We have the rear harnesses installed and hanging loose. I'll put that the rest of the way together once we have the bumper off. Next step is to put the relay in and these two fuses. The relay goes here, and the fuse goes here and here. So get that done here right quick. The relay and the two fuses. Grab the relay first. Pretty easy to determine how that's going to go. Into this slot. Just like so. Okay. That's in place. According to my instructions here, we have a fuse going to this spot. And another one going to this spot. Okay, that's the easy part's over and done. Okay, 13 bolts and a bunch of snaps later, that's the back bumper off the back of this thing. And yep, definitely a northern vehicle. Lots of the rusty shit down there, and I forgot a sander and the paint. So looks to me like I'll be back into this summer, pulling that apart when we clean this up for good. But for now, we'll drop it in as is and keep a sanding job on the back of this thing on the to-do list. This here's the beast. It will go right like so. Nice easy install. So, get started cracking some bolts in place. I hate rusty bolt holes. Those were 6 total bitches to get in there, but it's in there. So now all I gotta do is finish the wiring, put the bumper cover back on, and hopefully call this thing done. I am absolutely wiped out after putting those on. Well, after a whole lot of fastening and screwing and everything else, and getting everything put back together, this is our end result. I have a hitch just like this at home. A buddy of mine, he's got one identical, so I borrowed his to give a picture of the finished result. So we'll be giving that back to him when I get home. I'll put mine on. But another mod done. Started a little after 6 and it's 8:45, so another 2.5 hours worth. But one more thing done to the FJ. Next thing up should be the lights, and that should be next week sometime, because I haven't seen the set delivery date yet. So that's all for now until the next item comes in.